Welcome to this short video that will provide you with an overview of the shipping section of the control sheet. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of the information captured in the shipping section. I will discuss the user right necessary to fully complete task in the shipping section, show how to update multiple lines with inline editing, and the drag and drop feature. Finally, we will discuss the importance of having the proper filing method populated and how each filing method affects the movement of the task from the shipping section. From the My View or Search Results screen, choose your client. This will open the control sheet. To access the shipping section, you can either scroll down or choose shipping from the bookmarks available. This section provides users with shipping details to identify information such as who delivered, method delivered, tracking numbers, and deliverable status. Most importantly, this section is where the user or users responsible for shipping deliverables to the client will populate the date delivered, which will either move a task through the e-file steps or complete the deliverables and then complete the task fully. The columns of information available in this section are deliverable, form, filing type, requested delivery method, which indicates how a user would like deliverables to be delivered, actual method delivered, how the deliverables were actually delivered, tracking number, date delivered, which requires the managed shipping user right, which we will discuss later. Delivered by, this will be populated with the name of the user login, deliverable date completed, deliverable status, comments. There are two functions to the shipping section. The first is indicated with a green bar above the columns in the grid and allows general users to add instructions, shipping method preferences, and comments to be addressed later during the shipping process. The second is indicated with an orange bar above the columns in the grid and is the function of actually shipping the deliverables out. This function requires the user have the Manage Shipping user right. There are 5 action buttons available in this section: Bulk Edit, Task Shipping Instructions, Copy from Prior, Clear History, and Eliminate e-file steps. Without the Manage Shipping user right, the only action buttons available is the Task Shipping Instructions. This feature allows general users to populate instructions on how they want the deliverables handled during the shipping step, especially if the instructions fall outside of the defaults chosen by the firm. Once you click on Task Shipping Instructions, you have the ability to choose a delivery method, give information to where you would like the deliverables mailed to if different from what's available with the person shipping the deliverables out, and any special instructions that may be required to complete the shipping process. When you click Save, this information will populate at the top of the shipping section. With the Manage Shipping user right, all of the action buttons are available to you in the shipping section. The bulk edit feature allows you to populate the shipping details for all the deliverables at once, if they are all to be shipped at the same time and in the same manner. Simply choose the deliverables, choose bulk edit, and then fill information in based on what you need to happen to these deliverables. As we indicated, the user wanted this to go FedEx, so choose Federal Express. My name, as the person logged in, will populate who delivered, how I'm going to actually deliver it, a possible FedEx tracking number, and the date it was actually delivered. When I click Apply, this information will populate in the grid. When I click Save, you will see several things happen in the grid. E-filing methods will populate as in process. Anything that has paper filing will populate as complete with a deliverable date completed date filled in. The Clear History feature allows you to clear out shipping history populated in the grid. This can be used if you enter incorrect information, or if you enter information and the task has moved to the e-filing steps and you need to move it back out into the workflow for corrections. Simply clear the history and then move the task back into the proper workflow status. So let's clear the history that we put in during the bulk edit step. Choose Deliverables and click Clear History. You can see all the information is cleared from the grid. You may also ship to one deliverable at a time by selecting the specific deliverable and entering the information in the grid using the in-line editing functionality. This comes in handy if you have deliverables that have different due dates and want to close one out before you move on to the next deliverable. So I simply plug in my information and click Save. And you can see this has now completed just the deliverable I was working with. The Copy from Prior option allows you to copy the shipping information from a previous period task. When you use this feature, the system will copy the delivery method, mail to, and instructions. This is a time saver if you work with monthly or weekly tasks that follow the same shipping criteria each time. The last action button, Eliminate e-file steps, allows you to bypass the entire e-file process, which is pre-populated in XCM. When you do this, all deliverables with the filing method indicated as e-file will have the status updated to completed without going through any of the e-filing steps, and then the task can be moved directly to completed. So by choosing the deliverables that are e-file and clicking on Eliminate e-file steps, you can see that each of these deliverables have been moved to the deliverable status of complete. Once all the deliverables are completed, I can then move the entire task to complete. I am going to clear the history so that I can show you how to complete this task from start to finish. The important thing to keep in mind before you begin the actual shipping section process as the person with the Manage Shipping user right is to make sure that the filing method populated in that section is correct. This is because the next steps a task takes after the shipping section has been completed depends solely on the filing method of the deliverables. It is very important to verify this information before moving forward. If all the deliverables are indicated for paper filing, once the date delivered is populated and saved, the deliverables will show as complete and the task can be moved to completed. If all the deliverables are indicated for e-file once the shipping information is saved, the task will automatically move to the first steps in the e-file process, which is e-file awaiting taxpayer consent form. However, if the deliverables are indicated for a mixture of paper and e-file, as my example here, once the shipping information and date delivered is saved, the paper file deliverables will indicate the status of complete, and the e-file deliverables will indicate the status of in process, and the task will still move to the first step in the e-file process, e-file awaiting consent form. So let's assume that all of these deliverables are being delivered at the same time. We can use our bulk edit feature as we did before and choose our task. We know that the person who sent it to us would like the delivery method as Federal Express, and they'd like us to send it to the Florida address, which is indicated at the top of the section. Once I click Bulk Update, I can fill in that information. I can add my tracking number to be sure I can find this package if there's any trouble with the delivery, and I can put in my date delivered. When I save this information, the grid is updated to show me that the e-filing method is in process. At the top of the screen, you can see the status of e-file awaiting consent form, and then my paper filings are now marked as complete. This task will now go through the 3 e-file steps available within XCM. To recap, we reviewed all the information that is available in this section. I explained the different functionality available to a user based on their user rights. We also discussed the importance of the filing method and how it affects completing a task.